Export-Import Bank. The Export-Import Bank is essentially welfare for big corporations, both foreign and domestic. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who, as you all know, is the source of much of progressivism, instituted the bank. What does the bank actually do? It provides loans and loan guarantees to hand-picked corporations. It's one of the favored methods of cronyism, Washington handing out taxpayer money to selected giant corporations. Now, on principle, there's nothing wrong with loans being given, except it's not private investment. It's not people actually risking their own capital and assessing the risk-reward. Rather, it's funded on the taxpayer dime. Prior loan guarantees from the EXIM Bank have benefited such paragons of corporate virtue as Enron and Solyndra. As it stands now, taxpayers are currently on the hook for over $100 billion in loan guarantees. If the project succeeds, the giant corporations make a profit. If they fail, the taxpayers foot the bill. Now, those are pretty good odds. In Vegas, that's called playing with the house. As it stands, today the EXIM Bank funds roughly 2% of American exports. And yet of that 2%, from 2007 to 2013, the majority of the benefits have gone to 10 select companies. It's good to be the king, and it's good to be a major donor to the king and to be gathering billions of taxpayer dollars because of it. Along with subsidies that support foreign companies. It's not just domestic companies. Foreign companies do very well with the EXIM Bank at our expense. For example, Air India, a state-owned company that's right now putting at risk approximately 7,500 American jobs with the help of Uncle Sam. Or Australian Roy Hill Mine, to the detriment of our manufacturers and ultimately resulting in an estimated loss of $1 billion of iron ore sales here in America. That's the taxpayers funding the government, funding foreign corporations to hurt American workers. EXIM kills American jobs and often favors foreign investment over American investment. It also has this terrible record of subsidizing unfriendly regime with problematic human rights records. In 2013, just 1 year, the EXIM Bank streamed $35 million to Venezuela banks and investors, $335 million to Argentina, $1 billion to Russian financiers, and $2.7 billion to Communist China. Mind you, this is at the same time Russia is invading Ukraine. We're saying this is unacceptable, but by the way, here's $1 billion. That sort of makes the foreign policy protestations of the administration a little bit hollow. Several companies that have received taxpayer-backed EXIM financing even admitted to previously doing business in Iran through their subsidiaries, undercutting efforts to sanction the Iranian regime. Moreover, the Justice Department recently indicted former EXIM loan officer Johnny Gutierrez with bribery charges. More charges could be coming, and this very institution, Heritage Foundation, uncovered some 74 cases of fraud and corruption at the EXIM since 2009. The Washington cartel's favoritism and cronyism inevitably breeds corruption. When you have government officials giving out billions of dollars of taxpayer money, suddenly the people who want that taxpayer money have every incentive in the world to further that corruption, both latent and blatant. And yet, the process of passing TPA it appears that Senate and House leadership has made a deal to schedule a vote to reauthorize the Export-Import Bank. That was part of the price of TPA. That was a major reason why I voted no. Now, in response to my criticism, leadership in both chambers has said, there is no deal. Excellent. Prove it. If there is no deal, we should let XM expire and let it stay expired. For once, all Congress has to do is do nothing. And if Congress is good at anything, it's doing nothing. If leadership, as it says this week, there is no deal on XM, then simply do nothing, let it expire, and end the gravy train for Washington lobbyists on the Export-Import Bank. A second example.